instead of sitting in your vehicle watching YouTube videos or listening to an audiobook somewhere in BFE, you want to be around people, and some people are like that, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but could that be hurting your earnings? Maybe, right? Maybe, I don't know. Just depends on what's going on at the time and in the area that you are. But I just say, like, some people don't even want to like branch out. They don't want to test anything out outside of their general love of doing DoorDash, right? This is the area that they love to work. This is where they're always going to be every day of the week that they choose to work. And obviously you are still in this testing phase, even if you're saying like, man, I make good money in this honey hole. You're saying like, but your time, 4 p.m. to, you said 8?
Yeah.
That is weird. That's a weird time for me because typically you have, lunch rush and then dinner rush. But you're saying like, you're starting an in-between session and then going into dinner.
Technically, it's 4 to 8, but I do 4 to 6 because I have to do something else that's going to help me for the next day. So every day I have to do a schedule from 4 to 6 to make sure I prepare myself for things that I have to complete.
Y'all, wait, listen. Do y'all hear how Miko is talking to me right now? She is walking a very fine line with her words. So I'm like, wait, Miko. Now I understand there may be some information you may be withholding at the moment. Okay? I understand there's some things, and by all means, I understand it. Sometimes when you got certain information, you can't just have this conversation with just anybody, right? One is because, you don't know what the hell you talk about. Oh, hold on. Try it and then talk to me. Some won't even try it, right? Then 2 is like, if I talk about this too early, would this affect my honey hole? Will this affect my money? And you have to make that independent decision on whether you're going to affect your money, possibly affect your money or not. And then I understand if you choose to not affect your money because you don't know if it will or if it won't. So, shout out to you. You found something that works and other people just got to do the homework too, And plus, I don't want to say exactly where you are, but in your market, it is heavily saturated. Based on what I have experienced, just trying to see what life is like in your market, I'm like, bruh, how do y'all even make money here? I said, I'm better off working a different app, not DoorDash. This is crazy. But it's awesome to hear that you're having a great experience. So let's finish talking about this platinum thing. I understand the dash now. I understand you were able to achieve, you found a honey hole, right? I understand you were able to achieve this level of earnings in this honey hole that makes you very confident to only work about maybe 2 to 4 hours a day to achieve your goal or whatever that financial goal is for you per day or on your revenue. But platinum, what would you say? I understand that in your market is working for you, but when you talk to a driver like me that is saying, man, I don't need platinum, right? And it's not because of catering. It's because of the experience I had with a 1% acceptance rate on that video that you commented. What would you say to a driver like myself that don't care for it? Would you try to motivate me to try to raise it or just leave them alone?
So what I would do is if you're complaining that you're waiting for orders, so if you're maybe silver and your completion rate is 90, if it's 90, 91, 92, 93. So I was at 94 and I waited 3 months. So can you imagine if someone was at 90% for the completion rate, how long it would take them?
Yeah.
They will probably have to go to another state to do orders and come back. Um, if their acceptance rate is under 50 and they complain every day, like, oh my gosh, I'm waiting hours and hours and I don't get anything, then I would probably say to them, well, you know what? Maybe you should think about getting into one of the tiers. And they'll probably say, I'm not doing that. I did that before, blah, blah, blah. And then and I don't have the best earnings, but I would show them, okay, well, I'm on platinum. I'm like, maybe in the 70s.
I have some of your earnings that you share with me, if you don't mind me sharing.
Don't share them.
Don't share. Okay, well, I ain't got to share them. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad I asked, because that was like one of the next screenshots I'm gonna put up. But go ahead. I won't share.
But if, a person, sometimes people want you to help them, but you have to hear it.
When you say that, let's clarify. I got to hear you complain.
Yeah, you're complaining to me about, man, I can't get anything on DoorDash and I've been doing other apps. Well, what's your acceptance rate? This. Well, what's your completion rate? This. Well, how long you been doing this for this length of time? They want help, but I think a lot of people vent and fuss, and that's their way of asking for help. Because usually guys, I'm just saying, I have a brother and I have a lot of male cousins. Usually men, they're not going to come straight out and say, can you help me? That's something that some men just don't do. They're not going to ask.
I'm glad you said some, because I'm not one of them. Hey, hello, I need help. Okay. I don't want to burst my brains about anything else. Like, listen, if you telling me go figure it out, I'm going to try to figure it out, Miko. But if it's hurting my brain, listen, please just help me. Whatever that is. Okay. Go ahead.
So basically, now I'm not saying platinum is the one all be all. It works for me and I'm going to stay in it. I have being platinum actually put me in a whole different category of a different type of perk that I can't talk about right now. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry.
I told y'all about it. I told y'all she walking a fine line. I know it's something going on. They're gonna call your company whatever they're gonna call you, a shield. It is. They're gonna call you something. Go ahead.
So my experience is a little bit different. And, like I said, people who knew me before, I would divorce DoorDash in a heartbeat.
2023, like when we met on the screen, I think that was where you was at.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 2025, you're saying no.
I was a divorcee. And then someone brought it to my attention. How you gonna keep divorcing and going back? So now it's separation.
Yeah. Like you indecisive. Can't figure. You want to go? You want to stay? You want to go? You want to stay? Oh man, that's how they gave it to you. Dang, that was a real conversation right there.
But what I do want to say, being platinum this time around, in two different areas that I kind of like work in the morning, and then work, the other one that I work in when I want to be lazy. I'm only doing one app. Like I have other apps on my phone, but the bulk of my money comes from DoorDash. And I may do Uber Eats.
That's cool.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But
why? If your source is producing, like your main source is producing, why even give your time to something else? Like that's how I feel. Because
my cancellation rate on Uber Eats is 7, and I'm trying to get that down.
Who cares? Mine is a 10.
I want it to be 0 because that's a whole nother subject too. It's a difference.
Oh, she walking a fine line over there too. Okay, hold up. Pause. Okay, now I know not everyone have access to like say elite status on these catering apps and stuff like that. I get it, right? So you got to make it work in the way that you can make it work. And Uber and DoorDash might, it might be worth it to do what she's saying do without she's saying do what she's not saying do. If you understand what I'm saying. If you can hear the tone of her voice, you can say, all right, well, she's trying to get her cancellation down on Uber. Okay, there might be something over there. Let me get my cancellation down too.
Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? Yeah. It's time to, what? Go get your money.